Hello, my name is Rhiannon Barry and I am teaching a gentle painting class for ATTCH Niagara on Sunday at 1 p.m. on the Connected Communities Facebook page. We will be painting a Smoky Mountain scene. It's this one right here. And so I just wanted to pop in and give you a few tips and tricks that might be useful for anybody who's going to be attempting to complete this painting along with me. I will be using my fingers a lot. There's a lot of finger painting in this, so you do want to have rags on hand. Like paper towel might work, but what I do is I cut up an old t-shirt and that seems to work best. You're really gonna probably have a lot of paint on your hands by the end of this. Or you can have a pair of gloves if you have gloves handy, but it's more fun with the bare fingers. Also, we will be doing trees. So if you have never done trees before, they're a little trickier than they seem. And for those of you who followed along with my last paint class, which was the twilight with the tree line in the back, you can attest to that. Trees are a little bit difficult, so they do take a little bit of time. And the only person who I thinks that trees are easy is Bob Ross. The rest of us sort of have to get the hang of it. So again, it's like that 10,000 hours rule, right? The more you do it, the better you become at it. So these are the types of trees we're going to be doing. They're pretty easy. They're just silhouette. We have like a line here that is barely even a tree, just a little bit of flicks. And then we've got some shadows that are just a little bit more of a silhouette. But then down here, we are going to do a little bit more detail, but not too much. It's just a trick with the paintbrushes themselves. Now, the piece that I did want to bring up, though, is that everybody's going to have different paintbrushes. So during this class, we will use about 3 or 4 different paintbrushes to show you how you can get it to make a nice tree silhouette for you. So you won't be lost depending on how many different brushes you bring with you to the session. A good rule is just to have a variety of brushes on hand anytime you do a virtual paint class. And that's just because sometimes what works for me might not work for you, and you might like a different type of brush better, and that's okay. So not to worry, in the beginning of this class we will definitely go over how to use your brushes to make trees, and we can work with what you have. You can leave me comments and we will get there together again. For this painting you will need black, blue, and white. You can add a little bit of red in there too, so bring red if you have it, because I'll show you how to add a little bit here and there to make the blue pop a little bit and make the upper clouds sort of have a bit more of a halo. Now this painting, this finger painting came about from my experience last year being a chosen artist for the Greater Niagara Chamber of Commerce Next Niagara Priceless Art Auction. It's a really cool event. Of course, it's not happening this year, I understand, because of COVID, but basically artists submit their pieces, they're chosen, and then people from the community can buy tickets to the event and bid volunteer hours on those art pieces. So I was happy to be involved. And while I was there, I was called into a brush battle. So for those of you who know what brush battles are, they're fun to watch, but not so fun to be in. My heart was beating a million miles a minute, and I had 20 minutes and 5 colors to create a painting. And what I ended up creating won the audience approval by clapping, and it was interesting because I had a friend there who won the painting. But what that did for me is when I was reaching the end of the 20 minutes, I saw a lot of my canvas was still white, and I thought, what am I going to do? And I just put a bunch of paint on my fingers and I started smearing it around, and at the end it looked really great. So that really inspired this painting, and it comes from a really fun place for me and really great memories. So I want to share that feeling with all of you. So I picked the Smoky Mountain painting. And of course we're going to have about 2.5 hours to complete it together, so it's going to turn out much better than the one I did in 20 minutes. And also you will need some supplies. In the Facebook event, I've listed a variety of supplies that you should have on hand. One would be a painter's brush. So something that's a little bit like a bigger, it could be bigger than this too. This is just one example, like a fluffy brush, because you're going to want to blend some of the sky. And then just a variety of different brushes. We kind of went over why earlier. Some rags, gloves if you have them. A drop cloth is always a really great idea. A couple glasses of water and a spray bottle if you have it. Also, I recommend this white from the dollar store because it's already watered down, and it's pretty easy when we go in there to create the clouds and do the finger painting. It's just easier to work with in that way. So this one, again, it's from probably, I think, just Dollar Tree white acrylic. There we go. And then if you have any questions or whatnot, you can always give me a message. If you'd like to do a porch pickup for a supply package or kit, please message me before Friday so I have time to prepare them all. Porch pickup is in Niagara Falls. Okay, and my email address is artbyrhiannonbarry@gmail.com. You can also text message me at 905-964-0405. And I hope to see all of you in the paint session, and have yourselves a wonderful day.